Welcome to Talk Birdie with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn and Tour Pro Mark Allen, live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our great partners, Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie Titleist, the clear number one ball in golf. FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Better, when the greats bet, they bet with Better. Ping will help you play your best. And the Golf Clearance Outlet, who beat everyone's prices. Now, here's Nick and Mark.
G'day everybody, welcome to the program. It's time for a little bit of Friday feedback. So Dan, over to you.
All right, okay. This first one here comes from Glenn. This is in reference to Nelly Korda's driver cover with the little Australian with the kangaroo on it.
Yeah.
Not only did she win the Australian Golf Open and her dad won the Tennis Open years ago, but in 2018 her brother won the Australian Junior Tennis Open, hence the flag, because it's a Korda slam.
Wow.
That's right.
Sebastian Korda, I think his name is. Good, very good tennis player.
Top
Seb.
30 player in the world now.
Gee.
I think he's gone off the boil a little bit. He was actually really
He was pretty flash for a
trending.
while.
Yeah.
Well, sporty family. Yeah. Ange, hey gents, I recently returned from Augusta National and I enjoyed the Masters as a newbie. My mate and I were gobsmacked by the difficulty with slopes, undulations and greens. We started a debate and we would like your assistance to resolve our debate.
You've come to the right place.
Okay. We both have handicaps of 13 and 14 respectively. Here's the question, Nick and Mark. Would we beat double par on Augusta, i.e. 144 strokes, assuming Sunday pins, tournament tee boxes, and you two guys caddying for us?
Oh.
We're both caddying for him.
So they're 14 markers, but they're playing from the backs.
I know. 144, that's a lot of shots though.
Well, let's say the par for them, like their real par,
Is 100.
just getting to. So I would say.
Well, it's a double bogey a hole is their par.
Yeah, like for instance, they're not going to get 10 in 2. They're not going to get to 11 in 2. Now from those tees, they're probably going to get the 1 in 2.
I won't get to any of the holes in
So
regulation.
the par might actually be
Except
about
12.
82. Because, the par 3s they'd get there, wouldn't they?
12, you would. 4, no.
No.
Probably, well, depending on how far they hit it.
Yeah.
6, they would.
So I'm going to say it's a par 82 for
16
most
they
people
would.
from the back.
Keep going.
And then their handicap is 14. So what's that? It's 96. Nerves.
We're caddying for him, though.
10
It's okay.
shots, yeah, 10
I reckon we could get him around, but it'll be close.
I think they'd beat 144.
I know, it's a lot of shots.
Yeah, I think they'd beat
It's
that.
a quad on every hole.
I reckon I'd get them to
Sort of. Well, hang on, no, it's triple on the 3s, it's a quad on the par 4s, and yeah. Okay.
It's just holes like 12 that could really stuff things up for them.
Tom Weiskopf's record could be in trouble when he made 13.
You're a 14 marker.
You'd be putting out of the bunker over the back.
You putting out of the trap. That wouldn't. I'd suggest it if they were in the bunker.
Totally.
I'd say, geez, don't be silly here. Let's put it out of this trap. Just put it over there to the right, and then 2-putt, and maybe you'll make a 4.
We've had the question of someone.
I reckon I could get them around under 110 shots.
110?
Yep.
No chance.
Yep.
No chance.
I'm a very good caddy.
Jeez.
They'd be very
Okay.
conservative.
No.
They wouldn't aim at one flag.
No.
They'd be putting. They wouldn't chip anywhere. They'd be putting from off the green.
Maybe off the members' tees, not off the back tees.
Really?
You don't know how
120?
it is long.
120.
But you're assuming, Mark, they've got to get to the green and you're assuming their putting's on point.
I'm thinking it'll be close to 100. It'll be between 130 and 140. We can get them under the 144 mark.
I know.
So anyway, that's all
All
I'm
right.
saying.
Okay, fun exercise anyway. Okay, on bifurcation, Steve has said, rolling back the ball, that's a dumb idea. Fans love to see them hit it 9 miles long. Golf popularity is dipping again. Look at the attendance at Doral. It was terrible. Keep the ball as it is. Now, before you answer
hang on.
respond. Hey, before you respond to that one, another one, this comes from Found One. Bifurcation is a silly Latin word for double standards. It's a terrible idea. In proper sports, the amateur uses the same gear as the pros. The endless game improvement innovations are a blight on golf. We have to stop making golf easier. It's not intended to be easy.
Can we just go back to the first point in the email?
Mm-hmm.
Fans love the ball going a million miles. And then he says, have a look at the rail. There was nobody there.
Okay.
You're kind of singing from our hymn book, right?
Funny.
Look,
Crowds were very few and far between there.
The golf ball it goes crazy distances now.
Yeah. It's more about protecting the old golf courses, that you love to see pros play on. To the second part, They said amateurs and pros, all proper sports use the same gear. I guess baseball is not a proper sport then because they use different equipment there.
That is correct.
Aluminium to wooden bats.
Even in college. In NCAA, they use an aluminium bat.
Correct. And they're not going to make stadiums bigger, and that's the way they protect it. So, anyway.
Look, I was making this point today that we use the Pro V1s as an example. The Pro V1, there's a Pro V1 Dash, there's a Pro V1 X double dot that now Cameron Young uses. I mean, what they can do, the technicians behind, and they're not just technicians, they are rocket scientist level smarts in what is going on to get the golf ball to go a million miles. It's just sad. Like Rory McIlroy said the Royal Melbourne composite was too short.
Well, I think the other day
it's just so hard to hear that.
We were talking about the driver and the ball, and you said, "I don't change the ball," and I can sort of say the one thing they have to do is change the driver.
The driver head.
The driver
size.
Head. It's if you look at it in baseball terms, that's what they do. The ball's the same, but the bat's different.
Yep.
Same as in golf, and they won't go at it as hard. The ball won't go as far.
Yeah. Look, if they had a ball that spun more, I think it fixes everything. It goes a long way.
And we've got to shrink the head.
And shrink the head for the big boys. That's right.
Only for the pros, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll make a prediction here. I don't think you guys are going to agree with this next comment from this wolfpacker. Paul has said, I'd imagine that a pot bunker is less likely to have the sand shifted or blown out. I think a well-contoured fairway with intelligently positioned pot bunkers is a great challenge.
It is a great challenge on links golf courses.
Yeah, on a links golf course, that's right. I remember at Royal Adelaide, Peter Thompson, may he rest in peace, put some pot bunkers around that joint, and they were just so bad that they were taken out almost immediately. It's just not part of our game down here in Australia. Now, the game in the UK, for whatever reason, they just suit those courses. It's suitable for that place. Maybe it's because the ball runs a long way on the fairways. Maybe I don't know why, but you don't feel offended over there when you find yourself hitting backwards out of a pot bunker. But here,
well, that's the defence of all the courses there because it's so firm and it runs so far. Yeah. If you ever notice the weather, perfect. Over there. The other thing is the weather's the defence. The only way to protect the courses in a way is the pot bunkers. And the funny thing about the pot bunkers is they play a lot bigger than what they are because they funnel in. They're a ball magnet.
Yeah.
So it works over there. It doesn't work over here.
Yep.
But I wonder where Paul is. Paul doesn't say where he's from, but if he's from the UK, that may make sense.
UK, we love them.
Yeah.
Greatest ever thing.
All right. Now, this last bit of feedback before the turn, before I say it, I want to give you guys a bit of a warning. Let's not elaborate too much on this particular piece of feedback.
Okay.
Why?
Mark, with reference to the word Burke, it is actually a fair bit ruder than you thought.
Really?
It comes from Cockney rhyming slang, and I'm not going to read the rest of the message from this bloke because he goes on to explain where – this is from Jim, by the way. I won't read the rest of Jim's message because he goes on to explain what it means and where it comes from. If you want to find out and you don't know, Google it because we're not going to tell you.
Have a look.
Well, I've scribbled it all out so I didn't accidentally read it. But yeah, no, it's nothing we want to talk about.
I can't even remember how I used it last week.
No, you didn't use it. A listener was criticising our live conversations and called you two Berks.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Which apparently is a very, very, very rude insult.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, you can Google it in the turn. And we'll come back. We've got a video to play after the turn.
Okay, righto. We'll be back with the video.
Front 9, back 9, or eyeing the 19th hole, wherever you are in life, Host Plus can help you drive your retirement further. That's a plus.
What I'm working on in my swing at the moment is being able to sync my lower body to my upper body on the way down. The Hyperflex shoe offers the stability and comfort that I'm looking for in my golf swing. Golf shoes are a huge part of golf equipment, especially when I'm working with the longer clubs like 3-wood and driver. I'm really able to go to another gear and know that I'm going to be supported. My name is Elvis Smiley and these are my FJs.
Some courses perfect the landscape, others the experience, and every now and then, both come together. Golf Flute exists to bring dreams to life. A chance for you and your crew to live the stories you've only heard about. Journey crafted. Memories waiting. The kind of trip you'll talk about for the rest of your life because of who you shared it with. Some dreams sit just out of reach until someone hands you the key. Yours is waiting. Join the club.
From Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, this is Talk Birdie to Me. Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie to Me, the golf clearance outlet. They beat everyone's prices. Ping will help you play your best and better, ahead of the game. Now for Titleist, the number one ball in golf, and FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Here's Nick and Mark.
Gee, we just had a look on Google.
Ooh, yeah. I can understand why you didn't read that out, Dan.
No, no.
Okay.
Calling us the big one.
The big one.
We're not going there.
The biggie.
No.
The number one.
All right. Got a message here from Jules. Jules has said, guys, I just listened to your episode talking about Bubba Watson. That was very funny, by the way, Nick. Very funny.
Oh, yeah.
And it reminded me of when Bubba was in Australia and reviewed Richmond Tigers AFL star Matty Richardson's swing.
Did he?
Did he really?
And I was curious if you guys ever saw it.
No, I
which
didn't see it.
Sounds like you didn't.
Nope.
Now, I know Matty listens to the podcast, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he may well hear this. But would you like to see the swing?
Yes,
Or
please.
see the review?
Yeah, I do.
Beauty.
Bubba, we need you to help us because just to your left is one of our big analysts, Matty Richardson, a former champion of the game. This is his golf swing. Any tips you can give him to try and help?
Wow.
Where did he go wrong?
He missed the ball.
He missed the ball.
Just missed the ball.
But man, does he look athletic when he sets up to it, though? Yes, the setup was there. I mean, it looked like the ball was going to go for miles, and then it went nowhere.
Isn't that good?
That is hilarious. There's a lot of speed.
He would have been a two-time, like a fresh two-time Masters champion at that
think
stage
so, yeah.
when he arrived doing that.
Gosh.
Can I give Matty a lesson? That
for it.
backswing was rock solid.
Looks
the setup was
very
great.
good.
He was just trying to hit it too high.
It was a back foot job, wasn't it?
Don't hit it high, Matty. Just hit it that way.
Yeah.
Hit it that way.
Get that weight going forward a little.
He looked at a dress. He looked pretty good, didn't he?
He looked awesome.
Yeah.
The backswing looked awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this one here comes from Die 7. Shadow Creek should be shut down. There's no water coming from Colorado these days, and the Colorado River is drying up. Lake Powell and Lake Mead are drying up. Lake Mead has dropped 6 feet in the last 3 months. Sounds like this person knows what they're talking about. The Southwest, including Vegas, Phoenix, and California, are in trouble. You will see golf courses shutting down. There is no water.
Goodness me.
Wow. Okay.
So I was told when I was living over there, the one thing America never had to worry about was water.
Water.
Because of just, all the snow areas coming down south and the big rivers, the
remember they had
Mississippi, the
issues.
Colorado River, all those rivers I thought were endless
When the
for Americans.
California fires were on recently, and they had, well, not recently, it was a while ago, and they had all the trouble with the water. And,
No water in the reservoirs,
Ooh.
ready to go. Well, maybe things are changing.
This comes from Scott. Scott has said, love the show, guys. When is the next golf day?
Now, that's a great question.
Yeah, we keep talking about it, and we've got to sort it out.
I've got to get on the Huntingdale. I was actually at Huntingdale last week, and in Victoria they have a thing called the Peter Thompson Trophy, which is pennant.
yes.
And
You know who won?
Kingston Heath. I was there watching.
Ray Mack sent me the picture of the winning team. They won.
Yeah, so I've got to say this. The way Kingston Heath got into the final, can you believe Metropolitan Golf Club were leading the whole season?
Okay.
Their last 2 rounds, they lost 1-6, 0-7
Ooh.
for Kingston Heath to sneak into the final, and then Kingston Heath won it.
And they beat Metro.
They beat Peninsula Kingswood.
So they didn't even make the final.
Metro. Wow. They literally only had to stand up, Metro.
Oh, my gosh.
And they didn't. I think they lost 7-love to the bottom team.
Oof.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Now, this is not a golf day, but I'll give people an early indication of something coming up. We might have a small competition coming soon
good one.
with a chance to go somewhere interstate, well, as in not in Victoria, to a very, very, very exciting new course and play around with the bloke who designed it and our very own Mark Allen.
And me. And cliffs are involved on this particular island.
Not too much more info yet.
It's not King Island.
One question, where was my invite? I mean,
That's a good point.
It's obviously you just want to play fast as a three ball.
For some people, the greatest bunker player in the world is more alluring than someone who beat Tiger Woods twice in match play.
That's true.
Dave, g'day boys, love the show. With everyone now having 3 or 4 wedges, what happened to the art of chip and run with anything between a 6 to a 9 iron? I was once told that the sooner you got the ball on the green, the more control you had. Maybe not.
I'll tell you what it is, the different grasses. So I know growing up in Melbourne, there was no cooch when I started. It was all poana.
Okay.
So the chip and run worked beautifully on the poana. There was no grain or anything. And, when you try and hit a low one, if the ball, on those one hopper shots, if the ball's not going low and spinning, then you can't predict a bounce,
right? But
you can predict a skid on the cooch, and you're very good at these shots. I think if you grew up in Melbourne on cooch, you end up being reasonably good at it. So to make the ball skid instead of bounce is important if you want consistency. But back in the old days, when it was just firm poana, you really could hit that 7-iron shot or the 6-iron shot from around the greens. And
interesting.
It was just easy to do. So look, that's my experience here in Melbourne. Did the shot work in Perth?
Very much so.
Kikuyu. Wouldn't have worked on Kikuyu.
Oh, not on Kikuyu, no.
Wouldn't have worked on Kikuyu.
No, but no, it's a bit of a lost art, I think, the old bump and run, isn't it?
Yeah,
with a 6 or a 7 iron. And
I think because cooch has become so prevalent, I just don't think it works like it used to. Simple as that.
Bill watched the episode. What did you call that YouTube episode we did? It gave us some weird ass name. What was the name you gave it?
Oh, was it where we looked at all the swings?
Creating Space.
Oh, Creating Space. A YouTube instructional.
Yeah, it's a pretty wanky name.
Something along those
lines.
Was
it that? I don't know.
Talk Birdie to me, YouTube instructional.
Okay.
Yeah, it did sound a little... Anyway. Anyway, Bill watched that episode and Bill had said, I never use my hips, but tomorrow morning I'm giving this a go. Thank you, Mark, for the tip.
Hey, Bill, give us a call back and let us know how you went. And tell me if that head started to dip as well because your thigh started moving back and you were creating space.
Now,
I'm still doing it, by the way.
Good.
And I am loving it.
You're flushing it.
I'm loving it.
Well, they didn't play so well last week, so okay. That's okay.
I putted badly. I had 34 putts.
Ooh.
How bad is that?
All right. I'm unsure as to whether I should even read this bit of feedback out because this guy, Greg, has achieved quite the triple here. Right. He's managed in about a 3-line email to offend me, to offend both of you, and also to compliment both of you.
All right.
So it's quite
interesting.
Okay. I want to hear what he thinks offence.
Greg.
Yes.
I'll read it in parts. That'll give you the idea. Okay. Guys, given your advanced age, gentlemen.
Not bad.
I thought that was a bit of a whack there.
Yeah.
You must be both extremely proud of your heads of hair.
Okay.
Especially you, Nick.
Oh, yeah,
keep up the good work.
Very nice.
Very good hairline, Nick.
Love the pod.
Okay.
That's it from Greg. And I think that's quite disgraceful. And I don't believe. I think Greg needs to get a suspension.
See,
from listening to the pod.
I'm glad you put the camera on you there just for a moment. Because I understand it would hurt.
I would love to see Dan wear a cap on a golf course for a day and see what the result is.
I think he should wear a wig every once in a while.
I'd look like Stuart Sink if I didn't wear a hat.
That's what I mean.
But you guys do have a thick head of hair. You do. I mean, Greg's right.
Thanks, Greg.
I got lucky with the jeans there.
Yeah, it's just luck. It's just luck.
All right. Well, that's the feedback, guys.
Good
we will be back with a Monday mini in a couple of days. And oh boy, I've got a question from Craig here for the Monday mini that we will put to you. And it's going to be good.
All right. Well, folks, we'll catch you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.
Beauty.
Okay. Over the last couple of years, half the world has seen how Graham Gooch, myself, and other personalities have had our hair replaced strand by strand. But hey, has it restricted our lifestyles?
Advanced hair? Yeah.
Hey man, that's my line. Advanced hair? Yeah.
Talk Birdie to Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen. Live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. Titleist, the #1 ball in golf. FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. The Golf Clearance Outlet, they beat everyone's prices. Better, ahead of the game. Ping will help you play your best. And Host Plus, they can help you drive your retirement further. Now that's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. This is general advice. Consider the PDS and TMD on our website before deciding. Wherever you listen or watch, we'd love you to subscribe and share the pod with a friend. Talk Birdie to Me's executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media. Sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. And now from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, that's been Talk Birdie to Me.